Welcome to Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, prescribed by Dr. Harrison. So I just came back from a talk show interview on Talk Show Land, a show called Your Weekly Checkup with host Kelly Bruguer. Hopefully I said your last name right, Kelly. Sorry if I butchered it. And Talk Show Land is run by Yolando Mitchell Brown. It was such an amazing time. I had so much fun. Jacqueline, thank you for helping as well. It was all set up by Rachel Dares for Rachel Dares PR. It was awesome, and I know I'm giving a lot of shout outs here, but I'll get to the point what it has to do with dads and parents and children. But while I was there, I watched Yolando maneuver and do so many things. I watched Rachel come in and be there for her client, myself. I talked to Kelly and heard her story about who she was, where she came from, what she's trying to do in her life, and new directions that she's taken. I talked to Jacqueline about what she does and how she's moved from across the country and is really pursuing her dream. And it was awesome. And it made me think of my good buddy, Marshall Duncan. Shout outs everywhere. Marshall, what up, bro? And I remember Marshall and I had a ancestral clearing session. And if you don't know what that is, you can look it up. But one of the things that he shared with me, because that's what Marshall does, one of the things he shared with me was, don't set any limits, because your kids will also follow suit. If you're not setting limits, they won't. And if you are, well, then they'll pick that up as well. And that's such a great point. I normally don't talk about mindset. I actually want to give, tangible things, behaviors, activities that you can do to see the actual change, observe it, and watch it unfold. But this is a mindset thing, right? You cannot impose limits upon yourself. All the limits you impose, guess what? They're going to be true. They will become reality. If you think of life as limitless, well, then everything is at your grasp. Now, I know you might be saying, well, yeah, but there's circumstances and situations. Not everyone can be president, or if you're born in a third world country, how do you bring yourself up out of that when you can barely eat or drink or anything like that? I get that. I totally understand that. But what I will say, though, is if you are old enough to pursue the things that you want to do, and you have an approach of limitless, you have an approach where there are no limits, you will find a way to go around, jump over, or run through any obstacle in your way. And it just reinforced for me everything that I've been doing and every way that I've been feeling and all the goals and vision that I have for this thing. And it brought me back again to my kids. To be able to come home, share pictures with my boys. Check it out. Dad was on this TV show. Look at these pictures. You see all the setup. Sharing with them my vision, that I have no limits, that I'm reaching for the moon and beyond, the galaxy, the universe. Well, if I believe it and they see my actual behavior of going after it, well, then they'll believe it too for themselves. Not only will they believe it for themselves, but they'll believe it for me. And when they see me accomplish my goals, it'll give them the strength to go after their goals and ask me for advice about how to overcome those obstacles and hurdles they run into. So stop setting so many boundaries around yourself. Create the world you want to live in. And if you don't think you have the time for it, well then suffer with the life that you have that you're complaining about. Otherwise, prioritize that in your life, set no limits, and go after it. That's what I want to do for myself, and the best way for me to teach my kids that, and the best way for me to share that with you, is partly mindset, but not really. It's about doing the things, taking the steps that actually align with what you say your mindset is. It's one thing to say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to dream big, but then you sit at home and do nothing. Well, get up and do something. Get up and show your kids that there are no limits, that they can do anything they want in the world. We tell these kids all the time, you could become president. How are they supposed to believe that if dad is always complaining about what he could have done or what he should have done, and instead I just got to go to this job that I hate and pay these bills? Nah, bro. You can keep that job and get a side hustle and do the things you want to do. Even if they don't pan out the way you thought, your kids will see the effort. They'll see the drive. They'll see the motivation. They'll see the actual behaviors. They'll see the execution, the planning. And they'll know how to attack things in their life that they want. So model limitless behavior for your children. That's Doc's Daily Dose for Dads. Don't forget to hashtag Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, hashtag 4D. Hit the subscribe button. All social media at rebirthbx. Check out the website, rebirthbx.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music. Thank you again so much to Kelly, Jacqueline, Yolando, Rachel, Talk Show Land, your weekly checkup. It was an awesome, awesome, awesome time. And hopefully I'll be back there doing some more stuff with you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.